Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today for you guys, I have a chit chat get ready with me where I'm doing this cool, very natural looking makeup. If you guys want to see this tutorial of me getting ready and me talking to you guys about my first trimester, then I suggest you guys keep on watching. Oh, and if you hear a baby crying, it is my baby, but he's getting a shower and he doesn't want to get out.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. This could be us.
Alright guys, so since like I told you guys in the intro, we're gonna do like a get ready with me. And I'm gonna be updating you guys about my pregnancy. I am entering now my second trimester, but I want to end my first trimester because I want to let you know what happened in my first trimester. So because I kind of want to do segments of like first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, kind of like that, but be updating you guys in between here and there because I have been like vlogging certain moments, if that makes any sense. So just wanted to let you guys know kind of where this little chit chat's going to be talking about. So I'm already officially in my second trimester, so now I can update you guys what has been going on in my first trimester. So this will be an update for my first trimester and how my first trimester went, okay? So, but anyways, let's just go ahead and get started because this thing is just becoming super mega long. First, I'm going to go ahead and hydrate my face using this Daily Hydration Moisturizer by e.l.f. And so my first trimester was rough because I just, like, I threw up a lot. Like, I was so nauseous. I was miserable, honestly, from like, so miserable. Like, I never experienced that with my firstborn, which is Briancito. I never experienced that with him, so it was hard to go through it with this baby because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like, it was a whole new experience for me. I'm going to be using the Needles No More, No Baggage by Dr. Branded. We got this in our BoxyCharm. If you guys want to check that video, I'll leave it here in the iCards. If not, link down below. So I'm just going to put like a little bit because it's not going anywhere. So this will be like a very small tutorial. I'm not really going to do much to my face. Okay, so I'm just putting it under my eyes because I haven't been getting... Sleep has just become like the worst. Like, what is sleep? Like, honestly, that's kind of where I am at with sleep. So okay, so first, oh, by the way, you guys are in my room. I haven't been filming in Briancito's room because it's kind of currently under, not construction, but we could say construction. I'm kind of getting it ready for, like, the babies and stuff. So I won't be filming in there for a while till I get all that situated. Anyways, or maybe I just will move my whole filming here. But anyways, so I went to the hospital because I was experiencing, I don't know if I spoke to you guys about this in another video. If I didn't, let me know in the comment section below so I can tell you guys more in detail. But I'm just going to summarize it right now. I went to the, this is so dirty. I need to clean it. And I just cleaned it like 2 days ago. No, like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, so I went to the hospital because I was experiencing like really bad cramping feelings in my lower abdomen. And I was just afraid that, you know, like those pains just didn't feel normal. But like somehow deep inside of me, like I knew the baby was okay, if that makes any sense. Like I knew nothing was wrong with the baby. But I just felt like, oh, I need to go get this checked out, because what if it is the baby? Like, you just never know, right? Like, and then, like, you're in your first couple of weeks, and like anything can happen, and you know, you don't really, that's why you don't really tell people. Like, it's like you can tell people, but I feel like I wouldn't, just because I've already experienced having a miscarriage so early that I just never told any, like, I, like with my firstborn, I never told anybody, because I was just scared that something would go wrong again. I didn't tell anybody until I knew the gender of it, and it was like a week before or two before my baby shower, because I know people were going to Snapchat and post pictures, because like I can't stop people from doing that, and I don't want to tell people like, no, you're not allowed to post about my baby shower, and like, no, like, that's cool, because other people get different angles and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly was like so excited to, like, in a way I was excited to go to the hospital, because it was going to be my first time seeing the baby. Like, you know, they usually like do you an ultrasound and you can see the baby. So I was a little bit excited for that, but I was scared at the same time that something could be wrong with the baby. So we got to the hospital, and my mom took care of Briancito, so I had help, like, to take care of Briancito. So my mom took care of him, and me and Brian, which is my husband, we went to the hospital. My fiance, whatever. We went to the hospital, and we were right there waiting, and I told him, I was like, what if something is like wrong or whatever? And he was like, no, like, he was being very positive, and I was kind of being a little negative, just because, again, you know, I already went through a miscarriage, and it's just scary, you know? So now I'm going into my Pure Sculpture, and I'm going to be using this shade right here, but I'm barely going to touch it. And I'm going to be using this angled brush from You Spicy Collection. This is number, I want to say, fuck, it already took out. No, it's actually number 29. Sorry for the cuss word, but yeah. There's a bellow on it. Anyway, so I'm just going to barely dab it, because this is like so pigmented. So like maybe 1 or 2 times, and still tap out the excess. Anyways, so I was like scared, you know, because like I have already been through this, and I don't want to go through it again. So, you know, as a girl, I think us girls, we're like always the one who can imagine the worst, just because, you know, we're girls. And we just tend to do stupid stuff like that when it comes to situations like that. And because I'm just a normal person that worries a lot. Like, that's just my normal self. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, what I'm saying. So we get back to the room, and the nurse, whatever, she asked me questions like, what am I feeling? How many weeks I am? And, you know, like, I responded. I told her how many weeks I was, and then I told her that I had just found out I was pregnant, so I wasn't that far along. I don't remember exactly if I was like 8 or 9 weeks pregnant. I don't even remember at this point. Well, or less. No, I think I was less than that, actually. I don't remember. Anyways. Oh, and I'm using the blush from No, and we also got that in our BoxyCharm. And like I said, I'll leave it linked down below or in the iCards. But anyways, this is the one that I use, and this is in the color 05 Desert Rose. So whatever. She's like, okay, I'm going to need to go pee in this cup, and then we're going to take out blood, and then we're going to do an ultrasound, and then we're going to wait for the results to come back, and then I'll let you know what's going on, like, and everything. So I was like, okay, cool, sounds like a good plan, you know? So I go pee in this cup, and then I wait. Oh, and I pee in the cup, and then they take out blood, And then we go back to the room and they come like in 20-30 minutes to do me an ultrasound. Again, I'm using the Pure Sculpture, and I'm going to be using this one and just a little dab and tapping out the excess and just putting the highlighter. I like to just put my highlighter right here, honestly. I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm not going out or anything, so. And that's just where I normally put it. And then, so, you know, they come and they're like, so she comes in and she does the ultrasound, and she was kind of rude, but at the same time she was like nice. I don't know how to explain it. Like the ultrasound tech, she was kind of rude, but at the same time she was kind of nice. Now I'm just gonna blend everything with this big poofy brush that has like no products in it. I just like to blend my makeup, and a lot of people might not like to do this and think I'm crazy for doing it, but this is just how I do it, and I like how it makes it look because it just takes everything that doesn't need to be there away. Anyways, so she does the ultrasound or whatever, and I ask her, if we can see the baby, and she's like, no, I'm not allowed to show you. With Briancito, I went to the doctor because I was bleeding and my first trimester as well, and the lady was very nice. She showed me the baby. This bitch did not want to show me the baby. So I was just kind of like upset, but I was like okay with it at the same time. So, because like Yakiva said, I'm not going to get mad, you know? Like, whatever, it is what it is. Like, she's not going to let me see him. Like, what's the point of me even getting angry at her? So the doctor comes in. She wasn't even a doctor. She was a PA. She comes in and she was like, okay, so, and I'm going to be using this Unlash Volume Curl Mascara. This is by Wonder Beauty. We also got this in our BoxyCharm, and I love this mascara. Like, I love it. So she's like, she comes in the room and she's like, okay, so your results came back. And she's like, and you have she's like, you have a cyst in your right ovary. I think she said I had like 2. And she's like, and honestly, we couldn't see the baby. We couldn't find, I don't know if she said a fetal pole or we couldn't see the fetus. I really don't remember because as soon as she said we couldn't see the baby, like my ears closed, you know? And she was like, but that should be okay. Just because you're like in your first trimester and, you know, the baby's probably too small. Sometimes we can't see it. Like if you're still like in 4 to 5 or even 6 weeks sometimes. She's like, sometimes babies are not seen. And she did a transvaginal ultrasound. I forgot to say that. So she's like, we couldn't see the baby. Like, I'm sorry. This could mean that you're experimenting a miscarriage. So I'm over here like all freaked out, right? Because she's over here telling me that I could be experimenting a miscarriage. And then she's like, and your lab work for your blood came back and your numbers are not the way that they're supposed to be. They're kind of really low. So that's also another sign of you having a miscarriage. So imagine me all freaked out, already in pain, because that's what I went in there for. Because in my mind, the baby was okay, but at the same time, I just wanted to like double check that the baby was okay. I don't know if that's making any sense, but so she scares me, you know, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so I was just so sad and upset, and I vlogged all of this to you guys, but that footage got deleted. Like I told you guys as soon as I got home, and the next day, like I explained everything that was going on. I had just came back from like getting blood work or whatever, and I was explaining everything that was going on to you guys, but that footage got deleted. I don't even know how, but it did, so I'm sorry. But it was just like literally just me explaining to you guys the same thing that I'm telling you right now. So it's nothing different, but I was crying in that video. and like I could barely even talk. So, you know, whatever, you know, I came home and I just started crying. Like actually we went for my son, and I was just crying my eyes out the whole way home. And Brian the whole time was being so positive. He was like, baby, everything's gonna be okay. Like, the baby's all right. It's just too early. Keep in mind, I am at this point because the way that the nurse was talking and stuff. So whatever. I'm already out of breath. Anyways, sign of pregnancy. I was going to say something and I like totally forgot. Oh, and then we came home, and then the next day, like in the morning, I was supposed to come at OBGYN and let them know so that they can check the paperwork and whatnot. So I call my OBGYN and I tell them what the PA said, and I told them that, you know, that I went in and what I went in for because they asked me. And then she was like, okay, I'm going to call you back in 2 hours. She's like, to let you know what the doctor says once she reviews your stuff. If I don't call you in 2 hours, I'll call you by the end of the day. This girl called me when she said she was going to call me. And she's like, the doctor said that she's going to go ahead and send. She's like, she saw everything okay. She's like, she did not see the baby as well, but that could be just that it's too soon. So, you know, that's okay. Maybe you're not the weeks that you think you are. You're probably a lot sooner. Again, I don't remember in the video, the original video. I did remember because it was like just happening. But I don't remember because that footage got deleted or whatever. And so the doctor was like, go ahead and go to the hospital and tell them to do you another blood work test because we need it to be from the same lab or whatever. Just making sure that your blood is going up and not down, because up means baby's still there, baby's okay, you know. So I go to the place to do my blood work or whatever, and then I asked the lady that took out the blood or whatever, the nurse. I was like, when will the results be back? She's like, they should be ready like in an hour or two. So and I was like, okay, is there any way you can like brush them or whatever? And she was like, yeah, I can do that for you. And then okay guys, I'm done. Like, I'm not even gonna do more to my face because I'm not even gonna go out. And so she was like, yeah, I can do that for you. And then so she did that for me, but my OBGYN, I guess, was full, or they were just, I don't know. But the nurse was very sweet, so I'm okay with it. So she calls, what the hell is that? Okay, so she calls me and she's like, I don't have my eyebrow thing. I left it in the bathroom. But I'm not gonna go get it because I'm too lazy. Anyways, she's like, so the lab work came back and they doubled, so that's a good sign. We'll see you at your first, your first appointment where we do your ultrasound, and we'll see what's going on then. You know, if anything continues to happen in the meantime, let us know, give us a call, or whatever. So I, tell Brian, I'm like, thank God everything came back okay, whatever, like when he came home from work or whatever. And then, that was like the scariest thing. I just told you guys everything, like detail for detail. Whatever, loser. What the hell is that? Okay, so that was a scary event that happened in my first trimester. Thank God everything was okay. Then we went to our first ultrasound a couple weeks later and we saw baby. We did not get to hear the heartbeat, which is very upsetting because I still haven't heard the baby's heartbeat. So that makes me very upset because I haven't been able to, but hopefully in my next ultrasound I can hear it. I'm going to demand it for sure next time, because it's like, okay, dude, like, I'm almost about to be in my third trimester and yeah, I've had the baby. What the hell? By that point. So, what happened after that? Okay. So we went to the doctor. We got to see the baby. I was the weeks that I was originally thought in my head. My due date is next year. I won't tell you guys what month yet. I don't feel okay sharing that right now, but yeah. And we went to the ultrasound, and then everything was good. You know, like they give you all this information. They gave me nausea medication because I still have very bad nausea, but now it's been getting a little bit better. So I hope once I'm fully inside my second trimester, like in the middle of it, I start feeling better and my energy comes back up. Hoping for it. We'll see how that goes. To what it looks like, I'll probably be sick all my pregnancy, but I hope not. Praying, fingers crossed, that it's not like that. So then that's what we did. And then, what else? I forgot what I was going to say. That happens a lot. Pregnancy brain is so real this time around. And, like, it's just crazy. I forget things, like, in a second. So, yeah, it's just been really, like, sick lately. Just kind of worrying about it. I was very much considering changing doctors. I don't know if I told you guys this in my last video, but I am considering changing doctors. I'm still in the process right now. What I did is I am still in the same OBGYN, just change doctors. But I'm thinking of moving offices, if that makes any sense. But we'll see how it goes with these other doctors that are not the doctor that I was originally watching or seeing. So, yeah. So that's just kind of what's been going on with my first ultrasound, with my first trimester. Not much has been going on. Just kind of a sitting duck at this point, where I'm just like waiting and waiting to hear waiting to hear the heartbeat and just to be seen a little bit more. I do want to schedule my induction, just because I'm already experiencing little episodes of gallstone pains. If you guys didn't know, in my first pregnancy with my son Briancito, well, my first born pregnancy, not my first pregnancy, but my second pregnancy, I do get gallstones. So I hope that this time around it's not as painful, but I'm already experiencing little episodes here and there. So I really do hope and pray that we can schedule an induction where I can just like have that peace of mind and not have to go through it with Briancito like I did. So hopefully that we can schedule that soon. Want to talk to a doctor and just kind of see what are my options in that area. But definitely want to be induced again, just because honestly, guys, having a date when your baby's going to be here is way better than not knowing. I'm very scared that I go into labor on myself, because I know I probably will. This is my second baby, well, third, but you know what I mean. So I'm just scared that, like, I'm out in public and my water breaks. What do I do in that situation? Or like, what if I'm like having really bad pain and I don't know how to count contractions. Like, I never learned to do it in my first because I was induced. So I don't know if like, I don't know. I'm just scared. So that's are my first scares for my first trimester. But right now I'm just trying to enjoy pregnancy and just kind of enjoy being pregnant and just kind of enjoying the ride, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say with my last updates of my first trimester. So I can honestly say I'm so happy to be out of my first trimester and going into my second trimester. I'm so happy for that, because I'm just ready for my baby to be here. I like have a long way to go, but I'm just so excited because Like, I just wish that I already knew what it was. Like, we are going to be doing a gender reveal party. I will be vlogging my gender reveal party. You guys will not be very behind once I upload these videos. You guys will be kind of caught up, but you will be like a couple months behind. But I will still be pregnant when I upload these videos. I already have a date of when I'm going to announce to the world and here on YouTube. So wait for that video. It will be coming up very soon. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you guys are notified when I let you guys know that I am pregnant. But comment section below if you think I'm having a girl or if I'm having a boy. But with all that being said, guys, let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos you guys want to see me doing during my pregnancy. What kind of hauls you guys want to see. We've already started buying diapers and bottles, and I need to get my hands on some socks because socks are the ones that are always missing, you know? So anyways, guys, with that being said, this is going to end our first trimester update. I am so happy to be entering my second trimester. So give this video a huge thumbs up for me being in my second trimester and ending my first trimester. With that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done so already.
Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. We're breaking as hard as me. I don't bother with these. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. We're breaking as hard as me.